Hey guys, we're back with Castlevania. We're on episode 2. In the last episode, I think at the very end, they were fighting a bunch of demons. We don't know who the Forge Master was, who created them, but they ran into some, look like they were mages of some kind. I know she had like a staff or some kind of like a weapon that was made out of sand or something. It looked pretty sick. I love magic where you can like create weapons. It reminds me of Edward Elric. But yeah, so they're pretty badass. I guess we're gonna see what they can do. Maybe they'll fight some more shit in this episode. I can't wait for that. So, what do you guys have any thoughts before I start it up?
I think they introduced a lot of characters and there was a lot going on in that first episode. It started off really fast paced and didn't really keep up that well. So
Yeah, it did.
interested to dive back in.
I want to see what this I assume he's Aztec. I think that's what we went with. The
He's gotta be.
vampire. I want to know why he's in Europe now. Like, why did he travel to Europe?
Mm-hmm. Well, it seems like some shit's going down with the whole vampire messiah thing. We got a whole bunch of vampire lore dropped on us about the messiah coming back or whatever. Or I think Value made the point that it might have already been back. And yeah, whoever pointed out that whole like Aztec connection because of, like the snake he transformed into, that was genius. Yeah.
That was me. Thank you.
Good call. All right, I guess we'll get started into it then. See what happens. I'm gonna start the episode in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Classic France, dude. They love those things there. Guillotine, they call it.
It's not a revolution without some beheadings.
Yeah.
A deliverer is at hand.
You look Messiah-like.
A new
Not gonna lie.
Joan of Arc. A mighty warrior queen to lead
I knew
us
this
Grim
fucking
Reaper
dude
guy.
was a
to
snake.
salvation.
Yeah,
I heard in the games that the church were like good guys, but in this show they're always
In the name
plotting
of God.
something. Why does that guy's facial hair look so epic?
all of these designs of these characters are pretty interesting.
What
why
are
do-
those?
Oh.
Oh
Hooves?
my god,
This is Paris, is it?
that's a Bayonetta shit.
I said that right when you walked out with those shoes.
The real one.
Disappointed she didn't use those shoes.
Disappointed she's wearing them.
Ham, your bird is dead. He died last
I
episode.
don't know if I should bury it.
Oh, he is dead.
Come on.
I thought for sure they were doing some kind of Phoenix thing.
Yeah.
And killed all the bastard slave owners.
These are the richest
Not quite
peasants
all.
I've ever seen in my life.
One escaped. Many white colonists were vampires. The island was teeming with all kinds of evil. And it's not over yet. Our revolution. We're still fighting.
I'll call a meeting. It'll be so inspiring. Representatives from another revolution.
You were slaves then, were you?
Annette was. I was an opera singer.
I don't know why, but this blonde girl is giving me Greta Thunberg vibes.
And she knows about this Messiah.
She said, something is changing out here in the old world. For centuries, vampires have lived coiled
That's so
around the old
convenient.
houses of Europe, like vines. Close allies of the dukes and barons, the principalities.
They're just flexing
even the
on us with
royal
these
courts
animations for no
themselves.
reason.
That's
Nuts.
amazing.
Stairs told me you could do magic.
I could, when I was a kid.
What happened?
I don't know.
The Messiah will be pleased.
Okay. Good, because I didn't want the Messiah to be wearing those kind of boots.
Yeah, I didn't like her as the Messiah at all.
And for a while, we were free.
Aren't the speakers the storyteller people?
But of course, our
Yeah.
freedom couldn't be tolerated. So the soldiers came. And not only soldiers, there were vampires too. None worse than Elizabeth Battery.
So, you fled?
Not yet. They captured my sister.
I'm getting confused. So she is or is not the Messiah?
She's not. That's like her.
She called it-
Protector?
Right, something like that. Like a tack dog type thing.
Elizabeth
Yeah.
Battery doesn't seem...
Oh man.
They turned her? I didn't know Maleficent was in this.
I fled. Leaving her. And everyone I knew had left.
Her silhouette kind of looks like Killua's mom.
Yep. They don't ever really talk about the process for turning vampires, do they?
Don't you worry.
First, you start with the bite.
But I mean, do they remember their past life? Like, why would she just attack her sister? She just bloodthirsty at that point.
Do you? I'll sing for them both.
This wasn't on my Castlevania bingo card.
I didn't think he'd sound like a church boy.
I wish I cared as much about this bird as everybody else does.
Yeah. I feel like they didn't grieve this much when his mom died.
Well, we weren't really showing all that.
That is just
Simon Cowell would have given that the
Yes.
golden buzzer, dude.
makes sense.
Just get a sense of numbers.
Then I'll come with you.
You need to rest.
Those two are fucking.
Frankly, 4 is already too many.
Right.
I promise. We'll be careful.
Richard's kind of smooth with it. He knows how to grab the hand.
Well, I'm quite happy with my whip and my knives, thank you. Generation upon generation of my ancestors have killed vampires with just this whip. Actually, quite a lot of them could do magic, including my mother, but it's never been essential.
Where's your mother?
She died. Some vampires do magic too.
Yeah, don't bring up the fact that you were distracting her the whole time.
Babaleba. Uve Barriera.
I was wondering why they went with this song. Makes more sense now.
It's like Versailles emptied and its dregs washed up here.
That's him. That's the Marquis.
It's Jacques. I saw him only yesterday.
Oh my god.
It's the vampire who enslaved her and murdered her mother, the Comte de Vaublanc. He looks like he's found God. Annette.
Well, if any of them was wearing a scouter, they're gonna find her power level.
Right. I thought she was going to be able to keep her cool a little better than that.
I think Annette has the best magic. Controlling sand is always, like, so broken.
Right. I still don't quite understand the other
What's the other
girl's
guy
stuff.
do?
Sing.
He's literally Mr. Perfect. He's like the coolest bro. He sings. He fights with a sword. He grieves your bird. Your eyes are too beautiful for you to die. Oh, he's dead. He's so fucked.
I'm about to see what he can do, maybe.
Nope, he's
Nope.
dead.
Instantly wrong.
The opposite. This guy's gonna... He's a vamp. He's a vampire now.
You have to hear him sing as a vampire now.
Oh, she's got a bunch of animals.
Yeah, they just kept coming.
It's a little bit your fault. I think we can all acknowledge that.
Yep. He didn't even turn, did he?
Well, they're gonna turn him into a demon.
Will he even be recognizable?
He's like materials, right? For Forge Masters, they need like corpses and shit. Yeah, that's why they've been piling bodies and putting them in wagons and shit and boats. You're 100% right. We're gonna find out who the Forge Master is finally. I love the demon with all the arms.
Yeah, he's good.
Wait, have they like mechanized the product? Are we talking? Is this like post-industrial revolution vampire shit?
Well, they each had to have their own tool, right? This is just his special tool.
They invented the conveyor belt before Henry Ford got to it. This is not going how what I thought it was gonna go at all.
They're gonna look cool.
They directly turned him into a demon.
He looks a lot like that girl vampire.
He's gonna sing again.
They got the same feet, same footwear.
Yeah, and same hair.
Well. You too funny, Aztec vampire guy. I love that guy. They all have insane eyes. I think at least a third of the budget was spent on eyeballs.
No kidding.
Yeah, that was a good episode.
He be a Forge Master?
I don't think so.
They said you can't do it if you're a vampire.
Right, yeah, they said that.
It has to be a human somewhere. They're the only ones that have maybe the connection to hell.
The Messiah.
Or something.
What if a Forge Master became a vampire? Have they discussed that yet?
No, good question.
Because they've been described as like extraordinary sages. They're like magicians on another level.
Yeah.
I feel like they'd create insane vampires, or they'd just be a straight up nerf because they can't use their shit anymore, their powers.
Right.
Either way, I was kind of hoping to see a Forge. That's not how Forge Masters used to work. I remember they had like piles of like corpses, and then they would like randomly put shit together, right, and like Frankenstein out crazy looking demons and stuff with it. But I feel like they just put just one body in, and it became that. So it almost feels like they're like,
oh really?
Doing something else, right? Am I crazy? I thought the Forge Master, or what are they called again? Forge Masters?
Yeah.
Yeah, I thought they had to like touch them with a tool or something.
Right. Yeah, I know what you're talking about. Yeah.
I didn't remember them assembling them, but I do remember like Hector had a hammer and Isaac had a knife, and this guy has a big giant machine, which seems crazy inefficient.
Yeah, but he made a really powerful looking demon with just that one body.
Yeah.
Yeah, maybe you're right. Maybe
Guess we'll see.
I'm misremembering how they used to work.
Forge Masters were like the most interesting characters in the last series, so I'm excited to see who this one is.
Yeah.
I don't remember the bald one's name, but I thought he was the most interesting.
I keep thinking it was Isaac, but I could be wrong.
Is that the black one?
Yeah.
Yeah, he was the most interesting. I liked his not his backstory, but his he had a whole episode dedicated to him. I remember he went to some kind of a city where there was like a bunch of demons and stuff.
Yeah, it's Isaac.
It's just interesting seeing him go from like being someone who's used to realizing, hey, I'm the one with all the power here. I can just be in charge of myself.
This is off topic, but I wanted to bring up. I had us still on the Vinland Saga background for OBS halfway through the episode, and I swapped. So we're gonna have to make a note about that. Oh man, we had like Thorfinn on the side and stuff like that. I'll just leave this explanation in, that way people know what the fuck happened.
That makes sense.
Yeah.
Got to be a way to swap it out, but probably not worth trying to figure it out.
There's absolutely no way. It's like that's hard recorded on there.
Really?
Yeah, I feel like there's no way.
The background, like, it's not the videos. You
Yeah,
could
it's
probably
like
layer something
background.
over it.
I'll probably
Right.
just turn the whole thing black. That's probably what I would do.
That makes sense too.
Yeah, it's a cool episode. It was good. Like anytime they have a fight, I'm enjoying that. I thought the girl with the sand powers seems broken. Everything she does to me seems like, man, that could be used in such a broken way. So that was cool. Sucks that the Mr. Nice Guy got killed. He seemed like a really cool character. I guess we're gonna see more of him though. Hopefully some of his personality's intact, so that would be pretty crazy if it was. Maybe he'll just be wiped clean. But...
Yeah. I don't know why this might not be warranted, but for some reason, Annette kind of annoys me. I feel like, I don't know if she just comes across as thinking she's better than everybody or something, but maybe I don't know where that comes from. I can't place it, so maybe I'm projecting that.
They're going through like some kind of a revolution or something, so she seems like she's kind of young and angsty and pissed off a lot, and maybe that's part of it.
I also don't feel like I really quite understand what they're doing at times. I don't know if I just get distracted when they're planning it out. But
are you talking about when they were spying on those people in that courtyard area? Because I didn't know what was going on there, but I may have just lost track.
Yeah, that, and I mean, really, every time they get engaged in some kind of action, I'm like, well, why were they there in the first place, or what's really happening, or what are they meeting about? I don't really understand what their group is trying to accomplish. I just am waiting for them to actively work against the Messiah.
Right. Yeah, I get that feeling too. I feel like I'll be kind of caught up once things like actual like big gears start moving or whatever with the plot. I think at that point it'll probably explain kind of what's going on. But yeah, like you, sometimes I'm kind of like not exactly knowing what's going on at the minute, but there's a cool fight scene happening. There's some clips happening. I'm good. I'm satisfied. So not thinking too hard about it.
Yeah, probably like what they're doing, like when he was whipping his daggers back to himself or whatever those were. I don't even know what they were saying. I was
right. You're paying more
him doing that. Yeah.
Yeah, that was impressive. I was the same way. I wasn't listening so much what they were saying. I was kind of just watching him do the dagger thing. It was cool.
I was so stressed when he threw all his daggers across the river. I was like, man, that's gonna be a pain to go get. Nope, whipped him right back.
Yeah, it was sick. Yeah. All right. Any last words before I end it? Sounds good. We'll see you guys in the next episode. Next episode's 3. See you next week then. Later, guys.